countdown for local news that matters. This is KARK 4 News at 5.
My responsibility is to speak out on my own convictions and to do what I can as governor to make sure this bill reflects the values of the people of Arkansas.
With that, the governor now calling for change to a controversial bill following major backlash from supporters of the LGBT community and businesses. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Ashley Ketz. The Religious Freedom Act now bounces back to the Capitol after Governor Hutchinson asked for a recall of the bill, saying he fears it may allow discrimination. We have team coverage for you tonight on this developing story, and we begin with Drew Petrimo live outside the Capitol. And Drew, is there a compromise in the works?
Well, Ashley, some intense negotiations going on here at the Capitol. I just stepped outside. What I'm hearing from lawmakers right now is they do think they have a fix that can win support here at the Capitol. This comes after the governor held a press conference today saying he wanted them to change this controversial legislation.
My son, Seth, signed the petition asking me, Dad, the governor, to veto this bill.
Acknowledging division even within his own family, Governor Asa Hutchinson said the Religious Freedom Restoration Act has ignited a debate across the state and country.
Our nation remains split on how to balance the diversity of our culture with the traditions and firmly held religious convictions.
Supporters of the bill say it protects against the state forcing Arkansans to do things that violate their religious beliefs. But opponents say it gives cover to those seeking to discriminate, especially against the LGBT community.
It is important to recognize that the bill, even as currently drafted, does not change who we are. The current protections against discrimination.
The bill passed both chambers of the Republican-dominated legislature by wide margins, with the sponsor assuring it mirrors a federal law that's been on the books for more than 20 years. But after protesters descended on the Capitol and business interests spoke out against it, some leaders began to reconsider.
This is not, does not mirror the federal RFRA language and will actually open the door to some probabilities or uncertainties.
The governor says he wants legislators to make changes, but didn't say what he'd do if they refuse.
I will just say I've asked the legislature to do that, and I will make further comments after we determine what action they will take.
Now, there's a couple of different options lawmakers have to choose from, but the idea is to have legislation that is practically identical to the federal RFRA law. And then that, once enacted, if they're able to get it through, squeeze that through here in the last days of the legislature, that would replace the more controversial language in the bill that is currently on the governor's desk. Of course, this is a very fluid situation. We're going to head back into the Capitol and bring you the very latest coming up at 6 o'clock. For now, we are live at the Capitol. I'm Drew Petrimo.
All right, Drew, thanks very much. And in the wake of the governor's announcement, a rush of press conferences and rallies from those who had opposed the passage of HB 1228 and encouraged the governor to veto the legislation. KARK4's Marcy Manley joins us now. And Marcy, the governor didn't outright veto this legislation. So for these folks, was this move to ask for a recall a victory to them?
Well, you know, I think it depends on who you ask as to how much a victory it was. But looking at the governor not signing this bill as is, I think those opposed would agree that that in and of itself is a victory on a long road of actions needed to be taken.
Just moments after the governor's statements, the Stonewall Democratic Caucus calling Hutchinson to sign an executive order barring discrimination of protected classes, including sexual orientation and identity. In a conference by the Citizens First Congress, a call to go further than just mirror the federal Religious Freedom Restoration Law, but make it narrowly tailored to ensure it doesn't cover corporations and protects those who truly need it. And finally, big hitters from Axiom and the national president of the Human Rights Campaign, calling for further equality for all Arkansans, to not merely stop at having voices heard.
What we have to do is double down on our efforts to hold them accountable, to watch what happens next. You've got to continue to speak out. You've got to continue to show up.
Legislators who had opposed HB 1228 in the House saying they are hopeful that their original worries with the bill can be addressed and a common ground can be found between religion and other civil rights.
What we have been told may be a little bit misleading, and I'm hopeful that as we go to work today, we can get to the bottom of this and maybe bring about some positive results.
We are Arkansas.
At this point, everyone is watching and waiting to see what happens next.
We are Arkansas.
And according to many in these crowds today, this is just the beginning step to ongoing efforts. This bill hasn't just sparked a conversation about religious freedom and the federal bill. It sparked a conversation about how far Arkansas will go in responding to the demands for protection from people in crowds like these in a time where the social norms may be changing from when those Freedom of Religion Restoration Acts were originally passed some 20 years ago. Live in Little Rock, I'm Marcy Manley. Back to you.
Marcy, thanks. The Religious Freedom Act has taken social media by storm this week, and many are reacting to the governor's announcement today. Arkansas-based Walmart tweeted this out. They said today, we commend Governor Hutchinson and the legislative leaders for reconsidering HB 1228. We clearly support the importance of religious freedom and encourage the legislation to make certain any legislation does not encourage discrimination. And former First Lady Hillary Clinton also speaking out against the religious freedom bill. She released this statement before the governor's announcement on Twitter. You see here, like in law, Arkansas's bill goes beyond protecting religion. It would permit unfair discrimination against LGBT Americans. I urge the governor to veto. You can find many other angles to this story on our website right now at arkansasmatters.com, including how the Arkansas Religious Freedom Bill compares to the federal law, as well as how other elected officials are making sure that those that could be discriminated against will be protected, and the calls from Arkansas businesses to veto this bill. It's all online at arkansasmatters.com. And our political analysts now joining us live, Bill Vickery and Jessica Deloach. It has been a long day. We're glad to have you both back to weigh in on the announcement. And Jessica and I were actually talking about how we got here, because it seems like it popped up overnight, but I guess it really did not.
Right. This bill actually was sitting in a committee for about a month, and there was a vote that came up, and then the bill made its way out of committee, and then it grew legs from there. So you see how quickly this legislative process can go. There are tons of bills cycling through the Capitol right now, especially as our legislators are trying to wrap up session. And as you can see, one thing can advance, and then an explosion occurs, just like what we've seen surrounding this bill.
And Bill, you guys seem to agree on this, that this was a smart move by the governor today, but are you optimistic, you've had some time to soak it in, that we will actually see a compromise?
Yeah, listen, I think it was a smart move by the governor when he's looking to diffuse the situation and analyzing it from his position. However, I can tell you the House is recessed, and as we speak right now, the state Senate is going over this. Keep in mind, this is a bill that passed with 68 votes in the House and an overwhelming majority in the Senate. You got a lot of folks who are sincerely bought into the bill that was passed. So I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but sort of not so fast, my friend, relative to the politics of the whole thing, because you got a lot of state senators and state reps that want to weigh in on it too.
Right. That's right, and we don't have much time, do we?
No, not at all. And this is, I mean, everyone wants to be a part of this deliberative process. This is a very sensitive issue, and so, like Bill said, you have a lot of people who have already bought into it the way it already exists, and now there are changes that could be made, and all the governor has asked for is, can you make this look a little bit more like the federal law that we're seeing, and that would keep us more in line with what other states have already passed.
It wouldn't be shocking to see this extend through tomorrow too, and the reason I say that is I believe tensions are really high right now from a lot of different groups, and while the LGBT community has sort of seized the social media and the protest market, a lot of these people are hearing from their districts back home. I know this for a fact, having spoken to a lot of them today, and so there is some real angst as to how to handle this. Do you recall the bill? Do you implement new legislation? What does that look like? So it's
there are
a tough
a couple
issue.
of options, and do you think that the calls from businesses, or the objections like Walmart and Axiom, do you think they had anything to do with the governor's decision?
Absolutely they did. I mean, what we're seeing right now is, will the Arkansas legislature and the leadership and the Capitol take a very hard look at what Indiana is going through? How much of that would play into the decision that's made here about how HB 1228 would change? And, you know, as you've noted in the earlier part of this segment, you've had tons of heavy hitters come out and say say, it goes too far, let's not do that. And I think what the governor is trying to say is that there is a middle ground. There's a win-win scenario for both sides of the issue. So we can make changes, and we can also keep this act and accomplish both ends.
All right, we're going to leave it at that because we know you'll be back Friday, and there will be plenty more to talk about on Friday morning on KARK4 Today. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
And right now, we do want to let you know that we're going to be following this story. It is very fluid. You can count on us to update you on air, on the web, and on our mobile app. We will have more tonight at 6 and 10. But first, we need to check in with Chief Keith.
Well, thanks, Ashley. National Weather Service issuing a severe thunderstorm warning for Polk into parts of Montgomery County. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds or higher right along US 59 and near US 78's intersection with that highway. It is moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. Expect damaging winds and large hail a possibility. We'll take a look at radar and the rest of your forecast in just a couple minutes.
KARK4 News, brought to you by Russell Honda.
Finally in charge at Spa Auto Sales, one of the most established and trusted dealers around for over 30 years. The home of can-do financing, low down and low monthly payments. I am the big man at Spa Auto Sales.
Hey, what are you doing? Get back to work.
Hi, I'm Rob Lowe, and I have DirecTV.
And I'm total deadbeat Rob Lowe, and I have cable.
With DirecTV, you only need one HD DVR in your house, and your family can watch in any room.
My kids were always fighting over what to watch, but that's their stepdad's problem now.
DirecTV lets you record and store up to 200 hours of HD.
I saved $200 by having motel room surgery.
Don't be like this me. Get rid of cable and upgrade to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
Have a happy Easter with a little help from Kroger, where you'll save on that perfect ham, fresh produce, flowers, and candy for the kids.
John Morrell bone-in spiral sliced ham is $1.99 a pound, and 16-ounce cartons of strawberries are 4 for $5. Happy Easter from all of us at Kroger.
Our founding sisters imagined a future that's still unfolding, with the state's largest group of primary care physicians and expert specialists, and one of the most sophisticated heart care facilities in the United States. A center dedicated to advanced cancer treatments, a nationally ranked orthopedic program with all fellowship-trained surgeons, and a neurosurgical institute that's a resource for Arkansas, the nation, and the world. Just imagine what we'll do next. CHI St. Vincent. Imagine better health.
Arvest is not your typical bank. See for yourself.
I was a first-time home buyer and had a great experience with a mortgage officer here at Arvest.
We came in, gave them all the information that we needed, and
It was kind of a natural choice.
when you go through Arvest with your mortgage stays with Arvest.
Home equity line of credit. They were very helpful and helped me establish that.
I have recommended Arvest to friends and family. That's why most of my family are now at Arvest Bank.
Arvest Bank. Our customers say it best.
Now from KARK4, your weather authority, Arkansas's certified most accurate forecast with Chief Meteorologist Keith Monahan.
Although the activity took a little bit longer to get started today across central and south Arkansas, it is beginning to percolate in the atmosphere across west central and southwest Arkansas. Once again, that severe thunderstorm warning until 5:45 for a large part of Polk County and to a small part of southwest Montgomery County. And you folks in Mena, you're right on the very edge of that severe thunderstorm warning. It looks like the strongest part of the storm will be going right through the central part of the county. Also have a cell developing in northern parts of Howard County, headed for southern parts of Polk County. That looks like that may become severe as well. Hail, quarter-size diameter or larger, and 60-mile-per-hour winds or higher are possible with this complex of thunderstorms as it moves northeast at 45 miles per hour. Other showers and thunderstorms developing to the north of the warning area across eastern Scott County, getting ready to move into western parts of Yell County. Folks at Danville, that activity will be gradually nudging in your direction. Also, another thunderstorm just south of Ozark, headed off to the north at 25 miles per hour. And other showers and thunderstorms developing just north of the Little Rock metro area from northern parts of Conway County into Van Buren County, west of the Clinton area, and a couple more showers and thunderstorms. These ones very small from Cleburne County moving just north of the Heber Springs area. We're going to continue to watch this activity as we head through the next several hours because the Storm Prediction Center does have us in a slight risk for severe thunderstorms, and that graphic was not the correct one, but I will tell you all of Arkansas except the far southern and eastern sections, a 15% risk of thunderstorms with large hail and damaging winds. Southern and eastern parts of Arkansas, a 5% chance of large hail and damaging winds. In Little Rock right now, looking at the Broadway Bridge, it is 79 degrees. Dew points are climbing. You're starting to feel that humidity outside, up to 63. Heat index is 81. Southeast winds at 10. That's what's bringing in the warmer and more humid air. And the barometer 29.88, and it is falling. Now, we did have one disturbance in the upper levels of the atmosphere moving across northwest and northern parts of Arkansas a little bit earlier today. That's what triggered a few severe thunderstorm warnings along the Missouri state line. Second disturbance now making its way out of southeast Oklahoma, running into some pretty unstable air across central Arkansas. We did see a bit of sunshine today. So as that disturbance continues to move northeast into that unstable air, we're going to continue to see thunderstorms develop. They're going to be widespread as we head through the overnight hours, probably ending just after midnight as that disturbance exits off to the north and east. Tomorrow, for the most part, a much quieter day. Just an isolated shower, perhaps a thunderstorm possible after the overnight activity weakens and moves away. But we are expecting to see more showers and thunderstorms by a little bit later on Thursday night into Friday as that stronger cold front makes its way across the state. Again, a slight risk of severe thunderstorms expected Thursday night and Friday for much of central into southern Arkansas. Behind that front, things will quiet down even more. Cool Pacific high pressure builds in, and it looks like we're going to see a mostly sunny day on Saturday. However, by the time we head into Easter Sunday, clouds will be on the increase as well as those rain chances. Tonight in Little Rock, look for skies to be mostly cloudy. Showers and thunderstorms likely. A few of those may be strong to severe and produce large hail and damaging winds. Look for low temperature of 64. Also breezy at times, those winds up to 15. For tomorrow, southerly winds at 10 to 20. Mostly cloudy to partly sunny. Just a 20% chance of a shower or thunderstorm with a high of 81. Your weather impact number for tonight, we're going to keep it on the high side for that threat of severe weather. A 4 for the lowering rain chances Thursday. And again, we'll up it a bit to a 6 for Friday, because as that next cold front passes through, we could see a couple more strong to severe thunderstorms. Again, large hail and damaging winds will be the primary threats with these storms over the next couple of days. Friday a bit cooler, only up to 74. Even cooler on Saturday in the mid-60s. Rain developing after lunchtime on Easter Sunday, and then it looks like scattered showers as we start the new work week back into the 70s. Stick around. We'll be right back.
It's Family Leisure's spring sale.
Pool, spa, swing sets, and more.
You gotta put those new shoes on,
It's the Ross Spring Shoe Event. The brands and styles you love at huge savings. Like these, $30 elsewhere. At Ross, they're less than $14.
Put those new shoes on.
You know that sound?
It goes up, it goes down. You rarely ever notice it until it makes one of those sounds. That's when you call Precision Door Service. Our technicians are certified to service all major brands, and we offer a limited lifetime warranty. So when your garage door starts making that sound, call Precision Door Service of Central Arkansas. We can fix it today.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
River Valley Horticultural Products is one of Central Arkansas's largest nursery and garden centers. No matter how big or how small your project, River Valley has acres of inspiration and the experts to help you bring it all together. Come in today for 20% off all in-stock pottery, including durable crescent containers and colorful ceramics. River Valley Horticultural Products, 21701 Lawson Road in Little Rock. Landscaping products for every imagination.
Picture yourself in a place full of wonder deep in the Ozark Mountains. Its waters beckon the fisherman, the quiet seeker, the adventurer. Its views bring new meaning to your perfect vacation. Discover Table Rock Lake near Branson and Silver Dollar City. Start planning your Ozark Mountain vacation now at mytablerocklake.com.
You gotta put those new shoes on, shoes on.
It's the Ross Spring Shoe Event. The top brands for the whole family at huge savings. Like these, $25 elsewhere, but they're less than $14 at the Ross Spring Shoe Event.
It's all about early. You better get ready. It's all about early on a beautiful day. There's so much to find out. I wanna know right now. It's all about early.
Start your mornings with KARK4 today, weekdays starting at 4, followed by The Today Show at 7.
It's all about early, and I wanna be there.
This is KARK4 News at 5 in high definition.
An undercover officer in Little Rock is in the hospital recovering from an injury after being shot during an undercover investigation this morning. Police say that undercover officer was getting out of a vehicle just after 11 when their gun went off. The bullet grazed the leg, but it did not penetrate the skin. The officer is being treated at a local hospital. Exciting news for the Natural State. Leaders from Central Arkansas have submitted an application to the NCAA for a Division I football bowl game to be played right here in Little Rock. If approved, the first game will be this December at War Memorial Stadium between the American Athletic Conference and the Sun Belt Conference. The NCAA is expected to make a decision in May. A longtime Arkansas congressman has died. Former Republican U.S. Representative John Paul Hammerschmidt died today at a Springdale hospital. He served the 3rd District of Arkansas from 1967 to 1993. He was 93 years old. We are your weather authority, and check out this damage. Baseball-size hail shattering some windows in a severe thunderstorm on Tuesday. It's left many Arkansans with this kind of damage. They're in the car shops right now. This was in the Greenbrier area at an auto repair center. They're reporting seeing about 60 cars come through with this kind of damage, ranging from dents to smashed windshields.
And all of a sudden we heard the big one, and then the windows cracked. It hit the top and then the bottom.
And tonight at 6, Josh Berry has the story of a driver who was caught in the middle of the storm. What he says it was like to have baseball-sized hail smashing into his windshield. And one Arkansas woman becomes the oldest living woman. Her secret to a long life next.
KARK4 News brought to you by Akel's Carpet One.
I'm Julie at Ferguson's Furniture in Benton with Hunter Bingham of Stressless, who's here to tell us about the most comfortable chair in the world.
For 40 years, Stressless has been in business fitting people to the chair that works for them the best. Basically, Stressless is built for your personal comfort. So we have different models that look different, but they really do something different for your body.
All you have to do is come on over to Ferguson's Furniture in Benton next to the Walmart. Ask us about our interest-free financing. We hope to see you soon.
Thanks for this Oreo caramel shake, Kara.
Can't believe you ordered all these shakes.
Yeah.
And how do you know her name?
Oh, I kind of have nicknames for everybody based upon my order.
Caramel, Kara. Yeah.
Holly for jalapeno chocolate.
That's
and
great.
Janine for peanut butter.
Why Janine for peanut butter?
Because she reminds me of my ex-girlfriend Janine, who was nuts.
She was crazy.
25 hand-mixed real ice cream shakes, all half price after 8 p.m. This is how you Sonic.
At Rebath, one of our most popular options are our tub-to-shower conversions. For safety, they're so easy to get in and out of. You don't have to step over the big ledge to get into a bathtub anymore. You can step over a much smaller lip to get in. It's really a great combination of design and functionality. Visit our showroom in Little Rock at 10900 Stagecoach Road, or take a tour in our virtual showroom online at rebathar.com.
You've seen the movie. You've heard the verdict. But tomorrow, the father of American sniper Chris Kyle reveals what you haven't heard about the former Navy SEAL. Lester Holt's exclusive interview with Wayne Kyle. Tomorrow on NBC Nightly News.
Clayton Homes of Conway, where houses cost less. Come tour our beautiful display homes and see affordable luxury at its finest. You make the drive and we'll make the deal. Clayton Homes of Conway.
For more info on this great Arkansas professional, go to arkansasmatters.com. This is KARK 4 News at 5 in high definition.
America's oldest person shattering a world record, now becoming the world's oldest person, and she lives right here in Camden, Arkansas. KARK4 Suzanne Bruner is back from meeting with 116-year-old Gertrude Weaver. And Suzanne, you got to sit down with her, and we're all curious as to what her secret is to longevity.
Yeah, we all want to know, right? That was my very first question for her, but I will get to that answer later. Ashley, her son and granddaughter joined her today for this major milestone, both honored to call Gertrude a role model and a woman of integrity.
I've been here long.
Long is an understatement for Gertrude Weaver. Born in 1898 near Texarkana, Arkansas, Gertrude spent most of her life as a housekeeper, a wife, and mother to 4 children. At 116, she's gaining a new title, the world's oldest person.
I feel good.
An honor family members say comes from a higher being.
The plan that he had for her life was to live a long life and to get this recognition that she's getting today.
Gertrude even proud to admit she's checked off everything on her bucket list.
I think she has accomplished them all with the exception of going to join God.
It's a conversation Grady Welch says her grandmother talks about all the time.
That she's ready whenever he comes. She's ready to go.
Reflecting on all her years, Gertrude has fond memories of family, gardening, quilting, and cooking, especially pies. But this isn't her secret to a long life.
Hard work, love God, put him first in everything, and love one another. I thank God for that. Yes, that she's still alive. I'm still alive.
And Gertrude is just as thankful to meet future generations.
Just to think how you all live to see me live it long.
And Gertrude was just a sweet woman. If Gertrude could do it all over again, she says she wouldn't change a thing. She turns 117 years old this July 4th. Gertrude became the world's oldest person after the passing of Japan's Masao Okawa today. She was 117. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Suzanne. And coming up next, an update on the weather and also an update on HB 1228 that we're following right now at the Capitol.
KARK Community Matters is brought to you by CHI St. Vincent.
Hey, it's the first ever selfie TV commercial, and it's for Spa Auto Sales. My old Jim Bullard will probably promote me to general manager once he sees this on my tube. I'll talk about the low down, the low monthly payments, and the home of can-do finance.
Big man, what are you doing?
Photo bomb. Get your selfie on over to Spa Auto Sales in Hot Springs, or visit spaautosales.com and tell them the big man sent you.
Your phone is smart. Your kids are smart. Your dog, well, let's just say he's sweet. And now your grocery shopping is smart too. Because you shop at Kroger and you went online to sign up, sign on, and save more at Kroger.com. To download digital coupons, build shopping lists, even refill prescriptions. Yep, you are one smart cookie.
Just in time for Easter. Earn 4 times the fuel points on gift cards. Download your digital coupon at Kroger.com and delight the ones you love.
It's Family Leisure's spring sale. Check out this season's hottest patio furniture designs.
Patio furniture, chat height to bar height and everything in between. Seating for 8 to 10 or more, not a problem. Pools and spas are priced to move. Fire pits, grills, and more also on sale now.
Hi, I'm Rob Lowe, and I have DirecTV.
And I'm total deadbeat Rob Lowe, and I have cable.
With DirecTV, you only need one HD DVR in your house, and your family can watch in any room.
My kids were always fighting over what to watch, but that's their stepdad's problem now. Oh!
DirecTV lets you record and store up to 200 hours of HD.
I saved $200 by having motel room surgery.
Don't be like this me. Get rid of cable and upgrade to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
Give your morning a little love with 2 Southern-style chicken biscuits, or 1 with a medium McCafe coffee, soft drink, or sweet tea for only $3.
There's a need for over 1,200 new foster families in Arkansas. This year, nearly 250 teens will age out of foster care, going out on their own without ever finding a family. Join Walk for the Waiting. Register at walkforthewaiting.org.
And happening now at the Capitol, a bill under consideration being filed by Republican Senator Jeremy Hutchinson. And according to our Drew Petromo, this bill would essentially replace HB 1228. It is said to mirror the federal law. You can follow Drew on Twitter, and we'll also have an update for you tonight at 6. And we are also following some storms. We'll have another update on that as well. We'll see you at 6.